Yeah, me ordinance marriage our America. Now you know fake na. Me dey worry akatani black American. Yeah, me by me chairman.
You can have the truth on your side, but you can come to court and you don't know how to present your case and you can lose. But
Akosua Serwaa there, obey appeal because you can send the documents original.
and under customary law, a man can marry as many as he wants.
What do you say? Papa, that is shabby white. That is ha. A year no a match.
Match, March what? March 14th.
What kind of court and I say a match?
There be senior court in the chair year.
We got to know of Legal Wives Association, and now we know of Lawful Wives Association. We heard of Side What the Chicks Association.
Now there are no Side Chicks Association.
Now there definitely couldn't be.
Yeah.
And if you say German Bazi Bema fake documents, and Germany have fake documents. Ghana hand kwan and creating me to know. Brothers, now Obansua Obesa Babedamwasi. Radi Shamo for the
Mammy said, "Didn't know actually order for power man to make what I did. So much order for power man to what you did Lumba no cry. Not a cause of order for power man. Say the order for papa and Taman Camille can go do baby say. Just say, that's animal, a commode Broni. Yeah, a commode.
But at all time, she has never, although Broni has never held the position that Akosua Serwaa was not that the Lumba's wife. She never held that position. Yes. That's why in court even he is saying that she is a surviving spouse, but not the only surviving spouse. So
for papa she and aba bedroom. Now we nya kwan kra na wakọ nye isi kra nye asem tetwa kra. Papa she hope say asamani de ebekọ ama team legal wife maami Akosua Serwaa camp ono susu say enko emano Ebusia samre already ekoso obi bisa say na ede na ekoso hwan na ebe eye papa she one abeni nyina no eye one maame Akosua Brempoma enam no anase owo eye maame Akosua Serwaa side na ye team legal wife side no papa she na ababe piemu a ebusia enye easy otu ani a left and right ni nyina enne ebusia ampaya ebitwa enne na final judgment no final ruling no eba abontin ebusia ye woso a o ye court o ye beto fom bia no ye de bebrem ye beto fom bia ebusia enne ye nyane tie se eniema nkofo be ye wa ha no ye body guys mature men's papa she and on the say on the nyamia 7 watch papa she on the nyamia 7 na papa she die was nyamia 7 na anti papa she nyamia 7 na o hwe ne car no ho kra eni papa she the nyamia 7 na no watch so on the nyamia 7 na no busu chi
Pato Pokemon ya continue Radi Shamu and the last one narrow gate Asafuma. Now go for some more. I didn't go for some papa. Okay. Radi reward mo bloggers. Now go for some. Anyone say they remember mo. Ama Akosua Serwaa for you. Because na mo nyina mo ase emano. Na Obansua Obesa Babedamwase. Radi Shamo for the support and love.
I know your papa.
And I have a crown wine. It was your very easy. And then some of us be a few one.
Plaintiff Mami Akosua Serwaa came to court for a declaration that she should be made the only surviving spouse of Daddy Lumba, and that the court should also prevent Broni from acting as the wife of Daddy Lumba. And we defended that no, the court cannot comply with the request of Mami Akosua Serwaa that we cannot behave or be seen as the wife of Daddy Lumba. And as far as we are concerned, we were legally and lawfully married under customary law. And the court upheld that submission. The court today ruled that Mami Akosua Serwaa is also married under customary law to Daddy Lumba. But she's not the sole surviving spouse of Daddy Lumba. And that she is a surviving spouse, and Broni is also a surviving spouse. And in this regard, the family can permit both women to perform the widowhood rights in honor of Daddy Lumba.
Okay, so does it mean that the case, the lawsuit or what the constitution say that if somebody marries customary and go to marry civilly, the customary one is being cancelled? Does it mean that thing doesn't hold again?
It holds. It holds that if you marry under customary law and subsequently you perform wedding or you marry under the ordinance, the customer
certificate. What am I saying? Obi or Germany. I have been traveled to Germany. So I say, Mrs. Tower, I worry on Germany. So I say, Ghana no prayer time.
Papa, see, we are in it. Yeah.
Ebusiafo no angasa. Ebusiano of Fire Poku. Mama Akosua Bempoma. Mama Georgina. Pastor Same. So what they say, Mela, Derek. What they say? Nanefia Kobi. So what they say? Any embalm penny for Ebusiano me answer. Esia de ko enemy. So they be ya making autopsy. Na fe Lumba man almost exams almost we no more ba. It's the last abofa omuno. Obe we exams February 26. It's just a mama fan by bisu passport to Canada. Ya no na ho. So they ultimate Ghana na beti ya fake di atena ho. Germany ultimate ya fake documents in say ma worry. Abrekra what do say? Only Ghana and Ghana only Ghana na your original documents etimi ka say we say there German documents so I've been traveled to America. I've been living in America. My wife America so ultimate be man to say why worry abra won worry but what I say Ghana court on Ghana mutimi ka
lawyer bet me kase papers no enimo
ya ni dia say dia Ghana dia mutimi bibia
okay nti papa ji nti
better go for
Papa, that
also from Monday going. From Monday going.
Okay.
So I was
13 for the ANP
say 13 for the Amaso. 13 for the Amaso. Me say, so I just now got so many new great. Antro enti bia na kire say anya marriage certificate
dey na mo gina so dey kire say enimo fake dey pa no
ono gwana ni na ehunu ono gwana adwene na ko mu so ade ase minim dey ono adwene mu se be ono wa judge no abu anasem so ade ase etimi challenge no ni views so ade ase say dey bia no judge bia abu asem so ade ase but so ade it's a radical mu ina may the Lord God Almighty bless you. That's right.
that is Lumba so much desired. We are hoping that December you'll be buried for him to go and continue with the peace that he wants.
So, regards to the funeral date, was the court made any decision on that? Or
No, the court
we are hearing
didn't.
that they are going to do it on March.
We haven't heard that. We are speaking from Ebusapeni's voice. He said 13th December. So until he communicates any other information, it is still 13th December.
So now your client is happy with the decision of the court?
All clients must be happy. Like I said earlier, it is a win-win situation for both women.
Thank you.
But I mean, that's what I'm you know about the case. Just summarize in 2 minutes. You live on my land. Of course. You live on my land. You must come and pay tribute. Ask your question.
Oh, okay. Yes. Masa. So lawyer, what does today's ruling mean to you and your clients?
Today's ruling more or less closes a very bitter chapter for our client, Priscilla Ofori. This is a woman who has been lawfully married under customary law to Daddy Lumba, having lived with him for the past 17 years, born as many as 6 children, and Daddy Lumba is no more. She has the responsibility of raising 6 children alone as a woman. So the death of Daddy Lumba has been very devastating to our client. And it was worse, much more distressful when attempts were made to restrain her or prevent her from being recognized as the lawfully married wife to the late Daddy Lumba, and also to prevent her from performing their customary rites in honor of her husband. And thank God that did not happen. Yes. Today, by the judgment of the court, she is lawfully and legally married under customary law and is to be recognized as a surviving spouse of the late Daddy Lumba, and for which reason we are happy.
But one would have thought that, for me, looking at your body language in the courtroom, right from the beginning, even the middle of this case, one would have thought that you were making a very important headway as far as this case was concerned. Did you see this coming? Maybe midway before the judgment?
Right from the onset, you know, whether you are right or you are wrong, truth is the basis of any case. And we know the truth. We believed our client. And in fact, we experienced the life of Daddy Lumba and our client in his lifetime. And we believed the fact that she was lawfully married. So we were not worried that the court was going to uphold the truth. Of course, we needed to comply with the technicalities of coming to court. Thank God, we knew how to present our case, and the judgment today has vindicated us. And for that reason, we are very happy.
You have also maintained that perhaps Akosua Serwaa, there was a divorce, the marriage was dissolved. Is it to say that maybe for that one you got it wrong, and the court have decided, and that should at least settle the matter?
That should, for us, the dissolution or otherwise of Daddy Lumba's marriage to Akosua Serwaa was immaterial to us. And mind you, we never sought to prevent Mami Akosua Serwaa or being recognized as the wife or the spouse of Daddy Lumba. All that we are saying that she could not prevent us from being recognized. So our position from day one has been that if indeed the family accepts Akosua Serwaa as a surviving spouse of Daddy Lumba, it's the prerogative of the Royal Akosua family to accord her that recognition. In the same vein, once we also knew that we were lawfully married under the customary law, we will also be given the recognition as a surviving spouse, and we have had that relief. So for that matter, we are very happy.
Would you say this was perhaps a battle between sentiments and the law?
I think certainly when the issue of death comes, everybody is sentimental. The issue of usurpation of rights, everybody is sentimental. And this case has almost had a national implication. But I think the outcome of this case pricks everybody that be wary of the status of your marriage.
Yes.
If you think that you are married under the customary law, conform to the dictates, the demands of customary law marriage. And most importantly, if you want to assert any right on ordinance marriage, on the marriage certificate, you must observe the dictates and the demands of ordinance marriage. Now it has been clear that you may have the marriage certificate with you, but that alone, the judge stressed it, that alone is not indication that you are married under the ordinance.
I have two more questions. Your commendation about the presiding judge, the performance of the presiding judge. This is in record time. In 12 days, the matter has been settled.
Yes. I must say, not only for the presiding judge, but also the cooperation of counsel, Lawyer Kusi, Lawyer Jay, and ourselves, Lawyer Osei from Baba Jamal and Co. Now, and Fatih. The judge has been more than tremendous. I mean, this is a matter that we expected, that at least in the record time, it could have lasted for 3 years.
Yes.
It could have lasted for 3 years. Let's give ourselves, it could have lasted for, if assuming we were going to ask for determination of the case on legal grounds, that could have been even 3 months. But the judge, by the way she managed her court, the instructions and direction to counsel, and the research that she herself did, is much more than tremendous. And it's a matter that could have gone on and on and on and on. But in record time, in less than a month, she's been able to determine the matter. And mind you, she wrote a 74-page judgment. It's record.
Yes,
and in the
pages.
record, she has touched on almost about 6 areas of law that will be of great interest to law students, to other judges, to circuit courts, to magistrates. So we commend her ladyship, Dorinda Smith Arthur,
Doctor.
for PhD. And no wonder that she's discharged herself. And indeed, the court staff,
yes.
We have been more than delighted that Kumasi has something to show. Kumasi, in fact, in terms of, let's say, the judicial proceedings, Kumasi has something to show.
So psychologically, how did these public lambastings, attacks, innuendos affected your client, or Broni, the legal wives, the side chicks and all that?
Yes, we had a lot of conferences with our client. We were able to admonish her that it's better she stays calm, stay off social media. I mean, the insults were unbelievable. I mean, the demonization was unacceptable. I mean, for people who claim that they love Daddy Lumba, you wouldn't say these things about Daddy Lumba's wife. Mind you, Broni never uttered any word against Mami Akosua Serwaa. And in fact, when Mami Akosua Serwaa's children come in Ghana, she cooks for them. She stays with all three. Yes. They live with her.
Yes.
And for her, that is the legacy of Daddy Lumba, that all the children should stay in peace. So we were able to admonish her, stay off social media. But of course, if they are lingering, these are matters of record. If she still thinks that people have maligned her, she still reserves a right to take legal action, to seek redress.
So psychologically, this did not have any toll on her?
No, she is a woman of prayer, and we know that she had a very strong prayer team praying for her, supporting her,
family
admonishing
around
her. She had a family around her, friends, and for this reason, she survived, and we thank God for that.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Your name my name is Osei, and I appear with my able learned friend, Lawyer Akosua. We are from Cardinal Law Group. We represent Priscilla Ofori, who is popularly called Broni. Thank you.
But the A never appeared.
Or lawful wife. But when you come to court and you fail to prove that, then it means the customary law survives.
I'm sure your client should be happy now.
Our client, of course, he has been devastated since the loss of her husband, having 2 underage, in fact 6 underage children to bring up alone. It's devastating, but it would have been much worse, distressful, if the court had ruled otherwise, that she cannot even be recognized as the surviving spouse. So on that score, she is delighted. She's not against Mami Akosua Serwaa also being recognized as a surviving spouse of Daddy Lumba.
Okay, your name and yours. In case somebody also come up claiming that she's also a wife, bringing evidence just as your client did.
Yeah,
you'll be happy with that.
Say, I'm lawyer like us.
Pioneer able to say, no quarry any paper pay you, send it for Tana, could be a real rather than the last year. So saying you'll be for you, so they are sent to Papa Baba. Going to be over the other. Let's know. All right.
Okay, after court.
My video quite tired time. I did you be able to move them side. I did you now move my will be able to be Mammy, may I share? We share it legal wife for now. What do you about the Kimwa? Let me say, me a show sense when you're in the sense as a in favor of them. Because as I'm the winning when you want to be Faban and eat t-shirts and
So Nanedu is actually excited. He's a fan of Broni.
Yeah, Nanedu come Broni. Come Obia, my friend say. A blanche be another penny or baby or any befa. The ordinary Bessia, ordinary Bessia, what one on. A come Obia, another come Broni. Oh, me dear, no more names and Lumba offers. Man.
Yeah, that was.
And they send you in the coin and what you give them
pen and papa, the press you games here. Obiaga the Marco Gassawanya, the Wayat. I don't know double is why I had. So you have to share Yaliforda. What fun if I no, we have a sound of Bama to no one knew Bia Ben Bawa. First, the crying cast, most of the ones in Chapa, on some more baby. Check. Join us at the point time you wound them. This so Bama's blame pan and you may be shot. Oh, Mammy can't problem. Bama blaming you by being shot black. To me and Katrunu.
Papa, she said a year next year, March no more.
Already, and some can go on and cock and some young. On your bush on the chair say next year. Nanano Masham, I don't think I can't say, who to a year and a good baby, no bush any. What on the way when one chamber never has some 20. On count. Tenasam here and the Tenasam.
Into a quote, 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 8. Send no cray and no cray. Timina no crashing. Okay. I don't idea really kind. I quote to you. It is Ninkasa catch and say, Obiama and my tension phobia. Now, same way, there are some fala. And Fala, no answer a minia. I don't know, but you're going to be to me in your upper hand the power. There's a Konya Hanu Marine certificate. At the Bama, confirm some part. No, because I want the marine certificate is I had your whatever. Minia, no near someone near Bisana. My name Sevilla, Neloyas, and now say a year. One way defending on Modia and no dear to mention name would they are not judging each other say not original certificate to be original provisions in one and was one and the one more original copy ni mo ma ne mo the extract and buy extract no so me dey say from the family book it no let you say the original one na ke different from the family own and na ke be timi save asem sabra kam no ka say din ke bi aka tim legal wise ko mo bo si ate say
e dey say enu ama e dey mbonwe because ka court kwa dey nkrata fogu we say wo wale ya no always say wo wale no asan go somewhere say one omu amani pa
so what no any banada no ye call there anymore no ye wie ye no ka say obi an kokoye na address family